Welcome back to the show, everybody. Yo, while I was popping off that Naruto video, you know what I'm saying? A thought popped in my head because of something that I've noticed recently, and this just needs to be said because someone has to say it. I appreciate that all of a sudden, ever since Under Night and Birth got into Evo, everybody and their mama playing the game now, and that's great. But for me, fighting game community historian, I know how this ends. Is that Under Night in Birth right now is your flavor of the month because oh my god, this thing I hadn't paid attention to, didn't know nothing about, is all of a sudden hot shit because everybody I know and care about allegedly is playing this game all of a sudden and playing it all this attention. Well, here's me, the one and the only, the triple the G.O.D. Well, I've been paying this game attention for the last 7 years, so it's a little hard for me to really see that it gets announced for a fighting game tournament one day, then 2 days later, everybody and their mama playing it, and it's like, are you playing this video game for the right motherfucking reason? Is my question. Because again, me, I'm right here. I done seen y'all come and go and treat things like, yo, like they hot shit and then throw it away the next. I'm like, if we gonna talk about and cite some examples, I'll cite a big example for your ass. That young flip bucket. You may know it better as that Wando G1. I will never forget. Like, I have been playing flip bucket for months. Like I had to go through all that work. Somebody on SRK at the time was plugging people up, showing love. Like, yo, this is how you do it. This is how you create yourself a Chinese identity to play a fighting game. And I enjoyed the hell of playing my fighting game that I technically had to break the law to play, but I was enjoying it. All of a sudden, people sniffing, ooh, it's the new shit. And then everybody and their mama like, yo, let me get it. And because, you know what I'm saying, because you did a thing, or you are this or you are that, then people was hooking you up, and then everybody wanted to get in, and then 2 weeks later, we on to the next shit. Now, that doesn't speak to the quality of Wando G1 because at this juncture, the game is even harder to play than ever because you can still play the game if you know how to get the hookups for the hookups to play the game, but you can't play the game on a system above Windows 7 at this juncture. So you gotta get on some old school work to play a game to even interact with it. So it's like, yeah, but the point stands. I know how y'all do. I get it. I am someone who back in 2010 sat up here and hoped that Melty Blood's time on Sunday morning would change that game for the better. Ultimately, things did get better. The game that was only released as a compilation as part of a damn episode of a damn anime was finally released in a way not only translated in English officially because it was already translated in the first place, but now you can get it and just go to Steam and go buy it if you want to. And also on top of that, if you really want to play the game legit for real, that same community that's been supporting this game the whole time is giving you myriads of ways to experience that game in a way that helps and makes this experience better for you. On top of that, 2 years later, the game who could have legitimately used the shine to shoot itself into beyond stardom, Skullgirls, lost to that game that people are bitching about because it didn't get into Evo. And I'm looking at this now. Well, you at least had your reign. At least you was there. All of that for the game to fall short because you bought your way into some respect for now for you to be pissed that it ain't there no more. I sit up here and ask myself that question all the time. What if Skullgirls would have won? What could have been? But at the end of the day, it's one of those things where you're glad to have it. And I'm glad that Skullgirls, even through all that bullshit, was able to make its way and be the game that it is now. A great game that still has depth and has treasure to be found for anyone who wants to explore it. And I'm like, and legitimately real motherfucking talk, that game on motherfucking sale so much. I'm like, shit, you can get everything that game has to offer on most weeks on the damn internet for $2 motherfucking. So, what's your excuse? I don't know, but you don't have one now. My point though, treat Under Night and Birth with some respect, please. Please don't treat that video game like some flavor of the month, and then after it's over at Evo, then you go about your motherfucking business. It ain't gonna matter because the community who love and make that game what it is still gonna do whatever the fuck they gonna do, and that go for the same for everything else that I mentioned. Yeah, you melee folks crying, but y'all make events for everything. Like Skullgirl doing this thing, Melty Blood is doing this thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like it's a bad thing, but when I sit up here and I'm looking at people who didn't give a fuck that this game existed 2 weeks ago, and now all of a sudden it's hot business now, I give a fuck. That's a problem because you should have cared 7 fucking years ago. Just putting that out there, and I'm not sitting up here trying to throw tenure in a motherfucker's face or nothing. No. But I just want you to know and understand. This is a game that I treasure dearly. This is a game that I've had the opportunity to see grow, watch grow, and grow along with it. This was a game that I still believe is a wonderful expression of what a fighting game can be. And ever since games like, most importantly, Vampire Savior, that have done what is done to show you and to be what games are as fighting games expressively, is that you get games like this, games like Guilty Gear, that allow you to, you might call them an anime fighter. The point withstanding is this. This game deserves more than 5 seconds of your attention. It deserves your undivided, full attention at all times. Treat the game with respect. Or else I'm going to come and check your ass. You've been warned, and I'm putting you on notice. No bullshit. I just don't want this game to go the way of the dodo after Evo is over. And I'm not saying that, and I'm saying this, not saying that the community that hold this game down ain't gonna disappear. But I hope through this, even for all you folks that just playing it because it's flavor of the week, that somebody who sits up here and takes a look at what you do while you treat it as the flavor of the week, treats it as a game with love, with grace, and with substance, as a game that they can get into, get engrossed in, and be better about it, to learn something and not let it be because it's the flavor of the week. That's all I'm asking. It's just a little respect, some Aretha on the motherfucker. You feel me? Just some respect, some decency for a great video game. That's all I ask. And if not, Uncle Triple gonna check your motherfucking ass. Because I've been there and done this more times than I can count on my fingers and toes, and my non-existent fingers and toes, about how many flavors of the week that has been in hell. I'm here for you. I created some of those flavors that the streets been tasting on. So I don't need to run down my resume, but yeah, I know. I have been responsible for some flavors of the week, and I know that hopefully if in there the 1 or 2 people sat up here like, yo, this is some good work and I'm gonna continue to eat on this, that's great. Hopefully that's what you take from this experience. Under Night and Birth has worked hard over the past year to get to where it is, to be on that stage because it deserves to be there, because of the community that shows love and puts work into it. All I ask is for you, all you ask for you content creator, you flavor the weak ass foods and all this other shit. At least be upfront about what you're doing. Don't sit up here and pretend like you fucking care or anything. Just know you exploring it because it's a part of Evo, and then go back to your business as usual when it's done. But don't sit up here and not hide it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm asking you. Some transparency is nice. No big deal. Regardless of that, on this real shit, we still got more show for you, man. Sit back, relax, and chill. Just had to bring it to you. It was just something that was on my chest, on my mind, that I had to put on wax, and I'm glad I did. And for that, we got more show for you after these commercial messages.